This is News 25 with Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome to this edition of News 25. It is Tuesday, October 25th. I'm Unette Gentry. Deanna O'Donnell is on assignment. While the town of Pahrump continues to attract the attention of developers, a number of commercial and industrial projects are currently in the works. And Nye County Director of Planning, Brett Wagoner, outlined some of those projects during a presentation to Nye County Commissioners. Also at that meeting, President of the Nevada Standardbred Association and Pahrump resident Tim Bohannon told commissioners his group is still working on a plan to bring a world-class horse racing facility right here to Pahrump.
So still a lot of commercial activity, still a lot of commercial inquiries from different folks. Coyote Corner gas station out at Mountain Falls. We get a lot of questions on that as to what's happening. You know, is it the county holding it up? And no, it's not. That is a supply shortage, I believe. Building itself, looks very nice. It's done. For the most part, it's basically just kind of waiting for a C of O. Homestead Road Hotel, which was going to be at the Alfalfa and Homestead. Their site development plan review actually here recently expired. I don't know what's going on that project. We're not getting any communication back from the applicant. I'll keep you posted if anything comes back to life on it. Circle K, Homestead and Game Bird, moving right along. They're just kind of waiting as far as the county goes, just a C of O. Arby's Dutch Brothers site development's been approved and they're ready to submit for building permits.
So is Dutch Brothers still in the mix?
Well, it's still named there, but I haven't got confirmation that they're back in the deal. Right now on the plan, they do just have a space kind of carved out for them and parking and drive-throughs and stuff kind of designed for that, but haven't got actual confirmation on the Dutch Brothers part, but definitely the Arby's. Pahrump Community Health Center on Lola, I don't know if you folks have been by there, but it is definitely moving right along. There's a lot of activity out there every day. They're definitely hit the ground running on that one. Silverton Hotel Casino has a site development plan approved. I do know they've had some plans in for plan review with the building department. I don't know where they're at on that, but all indicators are still moving ahead. Quick Shrine Car Wash on Highway 160 is in the site development review process. That, Commissioner Blundo, is one of the developments that's proposed. Actually, there's been a couple of different locations, but around the China Walk area. Self-storage and RV parking and storage on East Commerce Street is also in site development plan review. Last one I've got to report on, and this again is by the Wells Fargo area. There's a few lots there. There's like 5 lots. There's some folks that have submitted for site development for a new Chipotle restaurant and then a Texas Wings restaurant. I'm thinking similar like Buffalo Wild Wings, but that's just a guess. I haven't seen a menu or anything.
The Nevada Standardbred Association in our going forward with horse racing, harness racing in that facility is still in process. We have met with potential investors, and we expect to hear something back within 30 days because they have to go through a board process. We expect to be moving forward soon, and that official timeline will come out at the appropriate time for a press release.
And that horse racing facility Tim Bohannon spoke about is currently planned for what is now a large farm field along West Irene Street between Lola Lane and David Street. And in other local news, the Pahrump Disability Outreach Program holds their Pumpkin Days over the weekend, but Saturday's enormous windstorms wreaked havoc on that event, although many locals here are used to dust storms. Here's David Berukowitz to tell you all about it.
Yes, we're having gusts periodically, which was forecasted, but we're not letting it let us down. We're having a lot of fun. There's still quite a few people here. When the wind kicks up, they hide behind the haunted house or in the maze, and then they go back to having fun. So it's not going to let us down. Obviously, we'd rather nice, sunny, beautiful weather, but we'll take what we got. It's supposed to be fall themed fun, and so the weather's certainly performing for us. Friday was amazing last night. I think some people anticipated today's weather. And so last night was our record numbers of attendance for Friday. So we definitely did really good yesterday, and we've been doing really good today. We had almost 80 people show up for the race this morning, and it was pretty windy and cold this morning, but they were there to run and had a great time with that. And then obviously we've had a pretty good afternoon so far. Yes, the Pahrump Disability Outreach Program, this is our annual fundraiser, and it provides for the services for the whole year for the organization. And so this is kind of our way of providing the monies to be able to take care of all of our families. As you can see, people are still walking around. I took pictures of some people riding the bull in the dust. You know, it is what it is. We're all used to wind, we're all used to dust, and we take it as long as everybody's here and we're having fun still. That's what this is about. It's definitely come together, and we're trying to obviously fine-tune things now, you know, and some of the things, you know, just the kind of bringing us into modern where it's still fun and farm feel, but it's kind of more modern, like the bull and some of the changes to the haunted house. So yeah, we're just trying to kind of make it always be the best of the best.
The pumpkins are great this year. They're a little bit different, and I got to tell you, I'm liking them because they're not your regular pumpkins.
Yeah, so they brought a great assortment this year, and they brought those ones with the bumps on them, which definitely seem to be selling like crazy. They're a highlight for people, and so yeah, the assortment is really great this year.
How's the haunted house going this year? Because I know you've expanded that as well.
Yeah, it seems to be much scarier. So, I mean, if you stand outside, you can hear people screaming pretty continuously. Obviously, it's meant to be fun, and the little kids, it's a little overbearing maybe. And so, you know, we're already debating whether we want to do like a little kid one next year, because as we make this haunted house better, it seems to push the little kids away. So that's one of the things we're contemplating, but it's definitely doing its job this year.
It's been a fun weekend here at PDOT Pumpkin Days. If people want to find out more, use your services, donate any time of year, they can do that, right?
Yes, at our website, www.pdop.info, or they can call us at 702-516-0847.
Well, Deanna might not be here today, but she's still hard at work and is reporting on an important community pageant right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Lisa Spahitz and Mike Plasmeyer at Country Financial Insurance. Auto, home, life, and commercial. 775-727-8920.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, the Cinderella Girls pageant held Saturday morning right here in Pahrump had the honor of having our very own Deanna O'Donnell hosting and judging that competition, along with the very talented Terry Rogers, who used to be director of the Miss Senior Nye County pageant and is now part of the Miss Senior Golden Years USA pageant. We caught up with the director, Scott Sampson, following those festivities.
I promise to do my best to live up to the high standards of the Cinderella Scholarship Pageant, to honor my God and country, to always conduct myself in a manner that is becoming to a young lady, to keep myself morally straight, to respect my mother and father, to recognize the rights of others, to keep the competitive spirit and to be a good loser as well as a good winner, and dedicate myself to a world united in peace through love, mutual trust, and understanding among the people of all nations, races, and creeds.
Today was our Nye County Cinderella preliminary pageant, where our girls compete to qualify to go to the state finals. Cinderella is a youth development program and scholarship pageant. So we do a lot of community service work, and then they compete in the pageant and can earn scholarship money for college. They learn, you know, poise and grace, and we teach them interview skills that'll help them throughout their life. So our state pageant is in June of 2023, so we're kind of at the beginning of the season. So we have a bunch more prelims coming up, and then a lot of the girls will all go on to the state finals in June, and then from there some of the girls will go on to internationals in Dallas. My first year as director. It's been quite the learning experience, but it's well worth it.
You having a good time doing that?
Oh yeah, I'm having a blast.
Yeah. So if girls want to get involved in Cinderella Girls, if the community wants to get involved in this, supporting these girls?
Absolutely. I mean, they can contact me at 303-807-9416, or they can email us at scottavery2012@gmail.com, or you can go to cinderellaNevada.com to the state website for a calendar of events. And
today we had mainly tots, right? Because some of the kids weren't able to show up, and then we had some that were already, didn't have any competition. They were already in the category as on the honor roll, right?
Yeah. That means they've already won a title this year at another preliminary event.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we had 2 on a roll.
So I got to judge a little bit. What an experience that was.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Terry Rogers, of course, as well.
Oh yeah, we love Terry and Candace.
We don't just want to talk about girls. We even had a little guy here today, huh?
Yes, we actually have boys in this from 0 to 6, our little Prince Charmings.
Yeah, and we had one of them win today here. Avery's doing her bike collection now?
Yes, we are now switching focus to bikes until Christmas. This is our 3rd year doing bikes, so
people want to get involved in that.
Yeah, same thing. You can contact me at the same number, or you can email the averyproject2022@gmail.com for the bikes, and we have the GoFundMe, which is Avery's 3rd annual Bikes for Christmas fundraiser.
And she's donating those bikes to kids who are in need around town.
Absolutely. And in addition to bikes this year, we have some trampolines.
All right.
So if we get some families that have multiple kids where it's harder to give a large family a bike, we can give them a trampoline. Thank you to United Methodist Church and Pastor Phyllis for letting us use the event for not only the pageant, but for all of our workshops.
Switching gears now to other area news, a Tonopah man is arrested at an historic hotel for indecent exposure.
On October 7th, deputies were dispatched for a report of a nude male that had previously been detained by another officer. Upon arrival to the destination, deputies report that this male in fact had no clothes on or any clothes in his possession. The individual was identified as TJ Gailey. According to the declaration, officers then transfer Gailey to another patrol vehicle, with Gailey allegedly resisting. Deputies report that Gailey had to be physically picked up and transferred to another vehicle. After being transferred to the Nye County Detention Center, Gailey accordingly resisted to step out of the vehicle. At this time, Gailey was allegedly picked up and transferred to the destination. In the declaration, it states that after being transferred to the detention center, Gailey accordingly resisted arrest into the first patrol vehicle, and a witness allegedly spoke about how Gailey walked into their house without an invite. According to the declaration, Gailey sits on their couch in their house and starts talking about how somebody is after him. Gailey is facing charges of indecent or obscene exposure at the 1st degree and resisting a public officer.
Don't grab that remote. We'll be right back with your health news on breast cancer diagnoses. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, in today's health news, most people know breast cancer is one of the most common cancers diagnosed in women. But what isn't commonly known is that men can get breast cancer too, although it is rare. Meet a young man who was shocked to learn that a small lump on his chest was much more than just an annoyance. Brittany Harris has his story.
37-year-old Brian Kroback is athletic and in good health. So when he noticed a small lump on his chest, cancer was the last thing on his mind.
Like most people tend to do, you put it off a little bit. You think, it'll go away on its own. Long story short, that wasn't the case.
Over time, the lump grew larger and became painful. Eventually, Brian had it checked out and was stunned to learn he had breast cancer.
When you're sitting there and he tells you what you have, and you kind of have to take a second to digest it.
Brian drove 90 minutes from his home in Pennsylvania to Cleveland Clinic for treatment. There, doctors discovered his cancer had advanced to his lymph nodes and started him on chemotherapy.
The intent and the idea with the chemotherapy was to help him have a better surgery, essentially. And so shrinking the cancer prior to surgery with the chemotherapy could help with that.
After chemo, Brian had surgery to remove the tumor and several lymph nodes. Radiation and hormonal therapy followed. He's currently about a year out from surgery and cancer-free.
Being young, in your 30s, active, you kind of always think never me. And it could have been worse. At the end of the day, the message is don't ignore things. Get ahead of it.
At Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brittany Harris.
Even though breast cancer in men is rare, doctors say it's very important to have any lumps or bumps checked out by your physician, and that goes for both men and women.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It is a beautiful day out there. The winds have subsided, but we have some lingering clouds. We'll take a closer look at our forecast for the final weekend of October after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios on a Taco Tuesday. Looking at this weather map, all kinds of surprises. Look at this. Who wins the Cool Spot Award? Fernley, 57 degrees. You're chilly up there. Fallon close behind at 58. Carson City at 60. Tonopah, so often the recipient of the Cool Spot Award. Not today, 58 degrees. 61 out there in Goldfield. 7 degrees in beautiful Beatty and Amargosa. Hot Spot Award? Well, let's wait on that for just a second at 72. Las Vegas hit 70 degrees today. And out in Death Valley, it's up 4 degrees to a big, nasty 81. Woo! Here in the Paradise of Pahrump. Let's look. Ring, ding, ding. 70 degrees. That's our current temperature. The high today was 72. That makes us the hot spot. Yay! We finally win one. In fact, southerly winds of 6 miles per hour. Felt good on this hot spot afternoon. Sun rose this morning at 7 a.m. 7 bells straight up. Setting this evening at 5:55. That's kind of a number anomaly. Numerologists rejoice. A low tonight of 42 degrees tonight. And as we head on into the week with the Warm Spot Award, look at us. 72 degrees tomorrow. Cloudy skies. We'll see 69 on Thursday. It's pretty much baselining about 72 degrees. But look at this weekend. Sunday kicking up to 78 degrees. Continuing on Monday. Sunshiny days. Looks like a beautiful, fun, wonderful fall weekend. And just to make some plans to embrace the day and carpe that diem and all that good stuff. All right. Back to the desk. Here's the lovely Unette.
Thanks so much, John. And it looks like we're going to have the perfect weather for all of the Halloween events happening this weekend. Yes, Halloween is on Monday, October 31st, but there are several events going on here in Pahrump and in the surrounding area. The Pahrump Senior Center's annual Halloween dance is this Saturday, October 29th from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. And there will be dinner, dancing, a costume contest, raffle prizes, a 50-50 drawing for everyone. So just come on out to enjoy all of the spooky antics. Tickets are $15 per person, and they are available at the Senior Center. For more information, you can call 775-727-5000, extension 4100 for more information. And on Halloween Day itself, we're calling all area businesses, organizations, political candidates, and church groups, and call all of your neighbors, families, and friends for the Spook Eye Halloween event. All are welcome to participate. Join us at the Calvada Eye from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. Many participants are needed, so come in and join in on all the fun. You can trunk or treat, you can come give candy out, or you can come get some candy. There will be booths and a car show set up for everyone. So lots of fun for the entire family. And of course, there are lots of other events going on around Pahrump. Just check with us and stick right here at News 25. We'll be giving you all of that information as the Halloween festivities come around this weekend. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thank you so much for joining us this newscast, and we will see you next time on TV. Good night.